Welcome back to the Two Man Advantage podcast. I'm your host, Darrin Carlo, along with Nick Deziel.
Yo.
And we are talking Michigan State Spartans football. Yeah. Well, Nick, I can proudly say that we both didn't have a great week.
Yeah.
A big Saturday, which was a big bust for both teams.
Yeah.
Michigan State lose, by a large margin to the Oregon Ducks, of the Pac-12. And credit the Spartans. That first half, they stuck. They hung around. They made.
I was very, very impressed.
Yeah,
As I was like, man, they're actually gonna have a shot.
They're
to
having
win
a
this
shot
thing
in
here.
there, and then.
And then 28 on
But let's talk about the positive there. They came out there, and they got down early because. But kudos to the defense and Connor Cook in the offense, learning what to look for in the against the Oregon Ducks, because that is a fast team out there, and the way that they play in the Pac-12, the Big Ten can learn a thing or two, and for them to do something like that and to stick around and actually have a lead going into half in Oregon, it was big, and obviously. The speed of Oregon was just too much for Spartans to handle, and that's what they do. They just burned them down the field with long pass by their Hawaiian superstar quarterback Miroda. I think that's his last name. But it was a bad day for all the Big Ten. Michigan lost, Ohio State lost, and also that team in Ohio that plays with that has a head coach that wears a headset. Yeah.
Hostile environment for Michigan State.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Connor Cook responded very, very well.
Yeah.
I think the running game was just where they thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
It just come down to they just got wore down.
Just speed, man. Speed kills, and because the thing over there in Oregon, those guys aren't just football players. Those wide receivers are track stars, and there's a lot of them that holds the NCAA records in like the 400 dash and 100-meter sprint.
Give me your predictions on the rest of the season. Maybe not the whole rest of the season, or maybe the next couple of games coming up. Do you think this game here against Oregon helps Michigan State really get ready to rock and roll for the Big Ten season? Do you think maybe they go on a run now because they've seen this better team, this better talent? What are you expecting?
Oh, I'm expecting them. They obviously learn a lot from this game, and what they learned on how to beat a team like Oregon, or at least to stay with a team like Oregon, can help them in the Big Ten, because you have big games against Ohio State and Michigan, and also Penn State in there. Yeah.
It's a big game, and you guys jail sex them 5 of the last 6 years.
Well, hopefully we can jail sex you as bad as Notre Dame did, but that's another thing that we can talk about. But I like to say that not all wins. Not all losses are bad. I think this was a good loss for us.
If you want to have a silver lining and say it was a good loss, I guess I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, because this is like compared to what we normally, this is a great measuring stick. Like last year against Stanford in the Rose Bowl, Stanford was one of the best teams out there, and for us to beat them was just another chance for us to move up the ladder. And do they have a chance at the Final Four in the playoffs? Yeah, I think that I see them winning the Big Ten title. And they might have a chance at that fourth spot, in that 14 playoff.
I think Michigan State is the best team in the Big Ten.
And that's not saying much, though, because the Big Ten looked bad on Saturday.
It is, though, because when's the last time we could say Michigan State has had this dominant? They just won the Rose Bowl last year.
Yep.
And now they have a chance to go win another Big Ten title and maybe possibly go to the Rose Bowl again and win it. So it's one of those things, as a Spartan fan, it should be very satisfying for you. I think it should be very satisfying. And this is hard for me to say. I'm a big Michigan fan. I love my Michigan Wolverines. But if it's a team not named Ohio State, I am happy for the Big Ten if they win. If it's Purdue, Northwestern, Michigan State, whoever. So it's always nice to see the Big Ten win. And so them putting up a good fight against Oregon is not a bad thing.
Well, their next two games is against Eastern Michigan and Wyoming. So Michigan State.
And wouldn't it be Michigan State? And I'm not saying this is going to happen because if I were a bet man, I'd say don't bet on what I'm going to say here. Wouldn't it be very Michigan State-like to go against Wyoming and Eastern Michigan and having a hard time?
You know what? And Mark D'Antonio knows this. There is no easy games in college football. And week after week, you have to come and bring your
I'm
game.
just kidding. This was serious. This Eastern Michigan, Wyoming.
No, I understand. But, like, Michigan really needs to the state needs to really get up for Nebraska, and that's in a couple weeks. And that's the start of their Big Ten season. And that's... You ain't starting with Illinois or some other powder puff. You're starting with Nebraska, a team that's known to,
They can ball.
Oh, absolutely. They're former national champions.
And what was it, 97? Is that what, didn't they share it with Michigan?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
97 was a long time. Jeez.
Long time ago. Anyway, we'll be right back with some more 2-minute advantage. We're going to talk a little Tigers and Royals series that just happened, and the Tigers took 2 or 3 and missed a big opportunity. Stick with us.